Right now, as you're reading this, your morning routine could be programming your brain for a stroke, not in years or months, but possibly within the next 24 hours. And the most terrifying part? You think you're doing everything right. I'm Dr. Bill Harrison, neurologist and stroke specialist. What I witnessed in my emergency room at 7:23 a.m. last Monday will haunt me forever. A healthy 69-year-old man who did everything by the book, exercised daily, ate well, took his medications, had a massive stroke right after his morning workout. When I investigated what happened, I discovered 7 deadly morning habits that millions of seniors do between waking and breakfast, completely unaware they're playing Russian roulette with their brain. Before I reveal these deadly habits, I need to know something. Type 1 in the comments if you consider yourself a morning person who's active right after waking. Type 0 if you take mornings slowly. This will help me understand who's most at risk. Today, I'm exposing 7 morning habits that are secretly doubling stroke risk in adults over 60. These aren't the obvious ones you've heard about. These are new dangers that even health-conscious seniors fall into. If you're over 60 and want to protect your brain, hit that subscribe button for inspired living right now. What you learn in the next few minutes could save your life. But first, let me tell you what happened to Vincent Kumar, the patient who changed everything I thought I knew about morning routines and stroke risk. Vincent, 69, was my healthiest patient. Former marathon runner, perfect weight, blood pressure controlled. Every morning at 5:45 a.m., he'd jump out of bed and straight into his high-intensity interval training. No excuses, no delays, was his motto. That Monday morning, 15 minutes into his workout, he collapsed. His wife found him unable to move his left side, struggling to breathe. The stroke wasn't caused by what Vincent did wrong. It was caused by what he did too right, too fast, too soon after waking. His aggressive morning routine had been setting him up for disaster every single day. Let me show you the 7 morning habits that put Vincent and millions of other seniors at risk every single morning. Morning habit number 1, jumping into high-intensity exercise. Right after waking, Rajesh Patel, 72, was proud of his 6 a.m. interval bike sessions. Beat the laziness before it starts, he'd say. But Mr. Patel didn't understand that going from deep sleep to sprinting in minutes is like asking a cold engine to race at full speed. When you sleep, your blood pressure drops, your vessels relax, and your circulation slows. Suddenly demanding maximum performance creates a sympathetic surge that aging arteries can't handle. Blood pressure can spike by 70 points in seconds. For vessels that have lost elasticity, this is catastrophic. Mr. Patel started experiencing pounding morning headaches and dizziness. His doctor discovered microbleeds in his brain, tiny strokes happening every morning during his workouts. He was literally exercising himself toward a major stroke. The safe transition. Wake up and spend 10 to 15 minutes with gentle movement like stretching or slow walking. Schedule vigorous exercise for late morning when your body is fully awake. Your arteries need time to prepare for demands. Early mornings should be low to moderate intensity only. Morning habit number 2, straining on the toilet. The hidden morning killer. This is uncomfortable to discuss, but it's killing seniors every morning. Maria Rivera, 78, had chronic constipation. Every morning she'd strain during bowel movements, holding her breath and pushing hard. What Ms. Rivera didn't know was that this creates something called the Valsalva maneuver. When you strain and hold your breath, pressure in your chest and brain skyrockets. Blood flow to the brain temporarily stops. In young people, vessels bounce back. In seniors, this pressure surge can rupture weakened vessels or dislodge clots. Miss Rivera experienced brief speech slurring after a particularly hard bowel movement. The mini-stroke was a warning. Had she continued, a major stroke was inevitable. Prevention protocol. Hydrate immediately upon waking. Add fiber through fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Use a footstool to elevate knees above hips. Most importantly, exhale during any effort. Never hold your breath. If constipation persists beyond 3 days, discuss stool softeners with your doctor. This isn't about comfort, it's about survival. Morning habit. Number 3. Very hot morning showers. Within minutes of waking, Helen Lang, 80, loved her steamy morning showers. The hotter the better, and always within 5 minutes of getting out of bed. But Mrs. Lang's morning ritual was causing dangerous blood pressure swings that nearly killed her. Hot water causes rapid vasodilation. Your blood vessels suddenly expand. When this happens while your body is still transitioning from sleep, blood pressure can plummet. Your brain, already adjusting to being upright, suddenly loses stable blood flow. Mrs. Lang experienced what she called grayouts, moments where her vision would fade in the shower. One morning, she collapsed completely. The combination of heat and position change had caused a severe drop in cerebral perfusion. Shower safety rules. Wait 20 to 45 minutes after waking before showering. Drink water first to ensure proper blood volume. Keep water warm, not hot. It should feel comfortable, not shocking. Always use a shower chair and grab bars if you're over 70. Your morning shower can wait, your brain cannot. If this information about shower timing is new to you, type 1 in the comments. Type 0 if you already knew about these morning shower dangers. Your feedback helps Inspired Living create more life-saving content. Morning habit. Number 4. Abrupt cold exposure. Right after waking, Patrick O'Neill, 69, believed in cold therapy. Every morning, he'd end his shower with 30 seconds of ice-cold water. Builds character, he'd say, but Mr. O'Neill's character-building routine was actually building stroke risk. Sudden cold exposure causes instant vasoconstriction. Your blood vessels slam shut. Blood pressure can spike by 40 to 60 points in seconds. For aging vessels that have lost flexibility, this violent constriction can trigger immediate catastrophe. Mr. O'Neill developed chest tightness and brief visual changes during his cold blasts. Testing revealed dangerous arrhythmias triggered by the cold shock. His body was screaming warnings that he ignored until I showed him the EKG readings. Cold exposure safety. Never subject yourself to sudden cold within an hour of waking. If you want cold therapy benefits, ease the temperature down gradually over several minutes. Better yet, save any cold exposure for later in the day after proper hydration and a light meal. Your vessels need preparation, not shock. Morning habit number 5. Fast neck movements during morning grooming. This one surprises everyone. Lily Chen, 76, had a morning routine of vigorously towel drying her hair, whipping her head back and forth. She also liked to crack her neck to relieve morning stiffness. These quick movements were compressing her vertebral arteries. Your vertebral arteries run through your neck bones, supplying crucial blood to the back of your brain. Quick rotations, extensions, or cracking can temporarily compress these vessels. In seniors with arterial stiffness or plaque, this compression can cause immediate symptoms. Ms. Chen experienced dizziness and blurred vision after her vigorous towel drying sessions. An ultrasound revealed significant compression of blood flow during neck rotation. She was moments away from a posterior circulation stroke. Neck safety protocol. Use slow, mid-range motions only. Pat hair dry instead of rubbing vigorously. For neck stiffness, use gentle stretches and warm compresses. Never make snapping or jerking movements. If you hear cracking sounds, you're moving too fast and too far. Morning habit number 6. Doom scrolling or stressful news. Before getting up, Marcus Willis, 74, started every morning the same way. 20 minutes of breaking news on his phone before getting out of bed. Markets crashing, political chaos, world conflicts. Mr. Willis thought he was staying informed. He was actually programming his brain for a stroke. Emotional stress triggers immediate physiological responses. Cortisol and adrenaline surge. Blood pressure rises. Heart rate increases. When this happens during the already risky morning hours, while you're still lying down, the combination can be deadly. Mr. Willis noticed his blood pressure readings were consistently 30 points higher on mornings after news binges. His wife found him one morning, confused and unable to form words, phone still in hand, displaying market crashes. Morning Mind Protocol. Keep the first 20 to 30 minutes calm and peaceful. Practice light breathing exercises. Drink water. Do simple movements. Save news, emails, and stressful content until after you've hydrated, eaten something light, and your body has fully transitioned to waking. Your brain needs peace before problems. Morning habit. Number 7, skipping breakfast, then doing chores. While dehydrated, Elizabeth Garner, 82, prided herself on productivity. Up at 6, making beds, doing laundry, cleaning, all before having a bite to eat or a glass of water. Food slows me down, she'd say, but Mrs. Garner's efficiency was starving her brain of crucial resources. After 8 hours without food or water, your blood sugar is low, you're dehydrated, and blood pressure regulation is compromised. Add physical activity like bending, lifting, and walking, and you're asking a depleted system to perform at full capacity. Mrs. Garner felt swimmy, her word for dizzy, while making beds one morning. She brushed it off until she collapsed while carrying laundry. The combination of dehydration, low blood sugar, and exertion had caused a significant drop in brain perfusion. Fueling protocol. Within 10 minutes of waking, drink 8 ounces of room temperature water. Before any chores or activity, eat a small protein plus carb combination, half a banana with yogurt, an egg with toast, or apple slices with peanut butter. Save larger meals for later, but never operate on empty. Your brain needs fuel before function. Now I'm going to share the stroke-safe morning routine that could save your life. This is what I now recommend to every patient over 60. The gentle start takes just 2 to 3 minutes. Open your blinds for natural light. Practice diaphragmatic breathing, 5 deep breaths. Do ankle pumps and hand stretches while still in bed. Stand slowly, using your nightstand for support if needed. Hydration comes first, always. Drink 8 ounces of room temperature water immediately. Add a few extra sips if you take morning medications. Your blood needs volume before it needs movement. Light fuel follows hydration. Eat a small protein combined with complex carbs. This stabilizes blood pressure and provides brain energy. Think of it as primer before painting, essential for what comes next. Movement starts low and builds gradually. Begin with 5 to 10 minutes of easy mobility or walking. Save vigorous training for late morning when your body is fully prepared. Your vessels need gentle awakening, not shocking. Hygiene without heat means warm showers, not hot. Ensure good ventilation. Use safety equipment without embarrassment. Your independence depends on prevention, not pride. Mind before media is crucial. Complete all physical preparation before checking messages or news. Your brain needs stability before stress. This simple sequence can prevent morning pressure spikes. Bowel health without strain requires preparation. Use a footstool. Never hold your breath. Exhale during any effort. If constipation persists, seek medical help. This isn't just comfort, it's stroke prevention. Count how many of these risky morning habits you currently have. High-intensity exercise immediately after waking, straining during bowel movements, very hot showers within minutes of rising, abrupt cold exposure, fast neck movements, stress scrolling before getting up, skipping hydration and food before activity. Type that number in the comments now. If it's 3 or more, your morning routine is actively threatening your brain. Remember Vincent Kumar from the beginning? He was doing 5 of these dangerous habits. He's now in rehabilitation, learning to walk again. His wife told me tearfully, "He was so healthy, so disciplined. We never imagined his morning routine was the problem." But you're different now. You have knowledge Vincent didn't. You can protect your mornings and your brain. Start tomorrow with just one change. Pick the easiest one, maybe drinking water before anything else. Master that for a week, then add another. Small, consistent changes beat dramatic overhauls. Share this video with 3 people over 60. Vincent's family wishes someone had warned them. Now you can be that warning for others. If this video revealed morning dangers you never knew existed, hit that like button. Subscribe to Inspired Living for more life-saving insights your doctor might not have time to explain. Type 1. If you're committed to changing at least one morning habit tomorrow. Type 0 if you're not convinced yet. Your brain's future depends on the choice you make right now. This information is for educational purposes only. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your morning routine, especially if you have existing cardiovascular conditions or take blood pressure medications. Remember, your first hour sets the tone for your entire day. Make it gentle, gradual, and brain safe. The most productive morning is one where you're still alive by afternoon. You now know what Vincent didn't, what thousands of seniors learn too late. Use this knowledge wisely. Protect your first hour. Protect your brain. Protect your life.